for the same target as yesterday. I can use slope-intercept form. So basically where it says proportional relationship, you can just cross that right out. We're going to do that next week.
Wait, we're doing the same thing we did yesterday?
I know, yeah. So we're just going to practice a little bit more of yesterday with a couple twists. But we already know the twist. We just maybe forgot that. Moved in. So y equals 2x. From yesterday, I should be able to find two things. A slope and a y-intercept. So on today's paper, there is a blank for slope and a blank for y-intercept. And I want to be able to fill in the blank. Any idea? 10. Even easier than that. You want to see my friend again? He made some shirts for us. The card says. Allison?
W add 0.
That's right. The y-intercept is that number that's usually by itself, and there doesn't look like there's a number by itself, but really it is plus 0, she says. So what blank does 0 go in? Maddie? Why do I even care about the y-intercept? Isabel?
Because it can help you like with the make the like line when you add the rising them.
The y-intercept, sorry, is basically where my line is starting. Basically where my line is starting. And this one is saying 0. The line we're about to draw runs into the y-axis at 0. And then I'm going to find the rest of the points somehow. Do you remember how? Bryn?
Put 1 under the 2.
So what does that mean?
Rise 2, run 1.
Nice! That is our slope. Rise 2, run 1. Rise 2, run 1. Rise 2, run 1. Rise 2, run 1. Maybe I can get 6 dots on here?
We can get more if you went down.
That's true. Do you have your straight edge? Anyone want to chime in with a question? Same 2 questions on the next one. What is the slope? What is the y-intercept? Any idea, Pete?
Add a 1 to x.
Sure, good idea. The 1 though is there. Sometimes we need it, sometimes we don't. Right now, we need it. Savannah, anything else you can think of?
I put a 1 under the 1.
Oh, yeah. So now I have what, Mason? What would we call this?
The rise and run.
Yeah, the slope. What about a y-intercept, Sophie? Y-intercept. I'm trying to fill this blank with a number.
Oh, -2.
Did you hear that? She said -2. That is always so tricky to remember that that is -2. Zach Hellstrom, why do I care about -2 anyway?
Put your point.
This line I'm about to draw is going to intersect y right at -2. So he said put a dot there. Why do I care about -1 over 1, Delilah?
Because
What is negative for? Down 1, run 1, down 1, run 1, down 1, run 1. A couple of people had that drawn already. They beat me. Nice job. Allison.
did you put -1 over 1 or y, -y?
It does look like y, doesn't it? It was supposed to be a 1. I'll try again. Better? Maddie?
What is the proportion at the bottom?
Oh, yeah, that's the part that we're going to do next week. So just cross out that part that says proportion, yes or no. Just cross that baby right out. Sophie?
The dude that like made this up, I forgot his name.
Descartes?
Yeah, but like, did he get paid for doing this, or did he just do it?
I would use the word paid loosely. I don't think anyone got paid a lot of money in the 1700s, but he maybe was paid with like compliments of, wow, Descartes is so smart. How is that? Wouldn't you want to get paid for it? Right. So a lot of people, like have you heard of Galileo and Aristotle? Those famous guys, they were always guys because they thought girls couldn't think of this smart stuff. They just really they felt powerful because they found all this sciencey, mathy stuff out that no one else knew. So use the word paid loosely. Box 3. Oh, I wanted to change this one. Because people always get thrown off if it just says y equals 4. They always have a little bit of panic, like, I don't know what to do. Addison? If there was an x, we could put +0. But why is there no x? Bryn? Why is there no x, Isabel?
I was just gonna say, I already did the whole thing myself, and I didn't know we were gonna do that, so I just did it all myself.
It might have had a little mistake anyway because the 2x minus would throw off Descartes' plan.
Should I just like erase the whole thing?
Sure. Maddie?
Is it because that's the y-intercept?
It is actually the y-intercept.
And you have to just make your own x?
Yeah! Special case.
Isn't it too much anyway?
We're editing that problem. Did you pick an X, Allie? What X? 1, she says. Taylor, do you have a different X?
2.
Zach, Boyd?
3.
1, 2, 3, right in a row. Walk 1, climb 4. Walk 2, climb 4. Walk 3, climb 4. The y-intercept is 4. Here was the problem with that. When there was no x, the slope was tricky. Zach White.
Are those all fours that are the y?
They are. What is the slope of this one? 0, Godiva says. Literally no tilt. Flat as the floor. Box 4. Huh. It doesn't quite look how Descartes wants it to look. He wants it to start with y. Right now it starts with 3y.
Take that here.
Just poof, take it out of there. Poof, magic.
Passed out.
I just don't feel like using it.
Yeah.
Sophie?
When you divide everything by 3.
Yay! When they're smushed, that means multiply. We have to, I like how she said this, divide everything by 3. Three divided by 3. 1. It hides. Why? It went into hiding. X divided by 3. Allison?
What is W3?
Tricky one, isn't it? Bryn?
There's a 1 by the X.
There is, for sure.
1 divided by 3.
1 x divided by 3, Sophie?
You could leave it as a fraction.
What? Where did this girl come from? She knows all the answers. Just leave it. We want a fraction next to x because that's our slope. Let's just leave it there.
Oh, yeah.
6 divided by 3, 2. Weston, do you see your y-intercept?
Yeah.
What would it be? The number by itself.
2.
2, and then look really close.
-2.
-2. Don't worry, half the people goof that one up all the time. If you really want to be ungoofed, you could use stuff like glue right there. What about a slope, Allison?
You go down -2 and go up 1 and then over 2.
Right. Rise 1, run 3. Rise 1, run 3. Rise 1, run 3. Rise 1, run 3. A little bit flat this time. Graphing has a whole bunch of rules in it, and we just have to figure out which one to use when. Oh, here it is again. Descartes doesn't like things next to y. He likes y to be alone. We have to fix it somehow. Maddie?
-7?
Right. Sophie said divide because it was multiply on the last one. Maddie says subtract because this is add.
Maybe do that with the one that we have to write more in the last.
Yes, but it had multiple steps, and we just didn't need all the steps. Isabel?
There's a 1 hiding behind the X, so it's 6, right?
I know what you're thinking, but we cannot combine these. They're not like terms. So we would just leave it. But you're right, there is a 1 there. Why do we need that 1? For the slope. And look in front of the 1. -1 over 1. Pete, what do you think for a y-intercept?
7.
That was one of those ones that they sometimes flipped on us accidentally, right? How do I do a negative slope?
Go down.
Down one, run one, down one, run one. Ooh, that's a lot of points. Think we're in for trouble on this one. Why in the world is there a decimal here? Thought we were doing fractions, Sophie.
I was wondering if you have to put that many dots, or if you can just do like a factor.
A minimum of 3. I usually just put all of them that fit, but that's not a requirement.
Okay.
Savannah, any ideas about this decimal situation?
No.
Mason?
No.
Zach Hellstrom?
No.
Allison? Weston? Zach Wood?
No.
Allie? Change it to a fraction. That is such an interesting idea. Addison, can you add anything to that? Change it to a fraction, Taylor? Can't think of it? Godiva? What? 1/4? That would be so much easier than this weird looking decimal thing. Now it looks better. Now we know what to do. Huh. Descartes is trying to trick us with a decimal in there. Do you know my y-intercept, Savannah?
What?
My y-intercept.
-6.
Good job! Mason, you know my slope?
1/4.
Thank you. Rise 1, run 4. Rise 1, run 4. I like these flatter ones. Two left. Here he is again, trying to get us with the decimal. Pete.
-1/2.
Oh, that seems so much better, doesn't it? Let's just write what 0.5 is equal to. Half with a negative and an X. Rin, you gonna help us?
The y-intercept is 0.
In the past 5 days, we have learned so much stuff. It is just amazing. What about the slope? Maddie?
Last one, that's actually negative, so we go down 1.
Oh yeah, down 1, run 2. Don't start the last one yet, because I'm going to change it. I feel like we are really getting the hang of this. Yes? The last one, I'm going to change so it just says 2y equals 12. Sorry, Maddie.
For the last one, I think you did right.
I did! Scratch that.
Oh, come on. I just erased it and I was like, oh, wait.
You
did
just
it
have to
wrong.
say, Miss Wimmer, you are not following the rules. You're supposed to go down. I broke the own rules that I told you. Yikes.
Did you do that on purpose?
No. Sometimes I do, but that time I did not. Sometimes I just talk too much and my brain doesn't do what it's supposed to do. Bryn.
The next one, do we have to make our own X's? And there's no X's.
Yes, good idea. One thing before that. Addison? Right, because Descartes doesn't like anything next to his y. So she says divide by 2.
Y equals 6.
Y equals 6. Now Bryn says there aren't any x's, so we should make some of our own. Do you think Kristen and Drake, when they watch the video, are going to realize I did it wrong?
Probably not.
This one, I mean? Hopefully they do. What's my slope of this one, anyway? 0. It does have a y-intercept. Do you see it? 6. I feel like we're 100 times more confident than yesterday. Yes? How about 50% more confident?